Australian English as the main language, press the return key.
So I'm just gonna share some few thoughts and first impressions on this new MacBook Pro. And I've actually watched a few unboxing videos before getting this, and I have come up with some pros and cons that I wanted to share with you. So the first pro that I have is the bigger screen and the mini LED display. Because we have a smaller bezels, it gives us a wider screen, and I'm so glad that they have maximized the space. It makes playing back videos and movies very satisfying, and I love the contrast between the blacks and the whites. And I think this is very important for creatives, especially for photographers, video creators, editors, illustrators, animators, artists, or any sort of creative, because getting our colors right is very important in our craft. It actually makes me want to binge watch a Netflix tonight. And while we're at it, the sound. It's very good. We have an amazing loud bass. I really love the sound coming from it. And my next pro is the new MacBook Pro's camera and microphone, which I think is really amazing and very useful, especially at this time of the pandemic where we use Zoom and FaceTime a lot to connect with our family, friends, and loved ones. And the quality is actually surprisingly good. I actually might be able to use this for vlogging because it's very convenient. It's very easy to set up, and the microphone is actually better than my built-in camera's microphone. So there's that, but there's a bit of filter going on. As you can see, it smooths my skin a lot, which I think can be good or can be bad depending on the user's preference. But yeah, that is the preview of the quality of the camera and the microphone on the new MacBook Pro. Let's go to the next pro. And the next pro that I have is the function keys. I love that they're back because I think using physical keys are more convenient than using the touch bar. I have noticed that they have changed a few function keys though. So we used to be able to adjust the keyboard brightness using a function key, but now they have removed that, and now you can just adjust the keyboard brightness on the control center. Another thing is the performance, of course, because this has a better chip, this will perform better. I have actually tried importing and exporting 4K videos, and it's amazingly fast. So having that advantage, it will make your workflow easier and faster. One more thing that I like is the keyboard, and I didn't expect that I would like it because it's all black, but it feels really crisp and it still feels premium. Last but not the least are the ports. I'm very happy that they brought the ports back. So we now have the MagSafe back, and we have 2 Thunderbolt ports, a headphone jack, and HDMI port, Thunderbolt and an SD card slot. And the SD card slot is very important for photographers, video creators, because it's very convenient to be able to edit without having to carry a dongle, and it makes editing on the go easier. And that is all the pros that I have noticed, and they're mostly just features that they have upgraded. So I only have 3 cons, and that includes the design. And again, as I have mentioned earlier, I have watched a few unboxing videos that have compared it to the previous models, and it is noticeable that this one is a bit chunkier and bulky. I'd actually expected the worst with regards to the design, because it has a boxy design and the notch, which is very controversial. It's very new, but I think it's the one that separates MacBooks from other laptops. I just hate that there is a notch but not a Face ID feature, but I think it's something that they will be adding in the future for upgrade. And also, the notch can easily be fixed now by the Top Notch app. I will be putting a link in the description box below for download. So it turns your MacBook Pro's menu bar into black, blending in with the notch. And one thing that I didn't like about the design is they failed to match the MagSafe color to the space gray model. I mean, if we're getting this with that price, we better get a matching space gray MagSafe charger. The next one is the battery. So I have actually considered getting the MacBook Pro because of this. Apparently, the previous MacBook Pro has a longer battery life for surfing. I think it's because that this has a better chip, which uses a lot of power. I think the price is mostly the reason why a lot of people are holding back in buying this, but I think the performance and the quality of this new MacBook Pro makes up for it. I honestly can say that it is absolutely worth it. At first, I thought buying the new MacBook Pro, you have to sacrifice the aesthetic for the functionality, but doesn't actually. Most of the cons that I have is for the design, but it's something that most MacBook Pro users will get used to over time. And the notch doesn't actually bother me that much. And I know that the design is something that they will be improving a lot in the future. For me, the base model is more than enough, and I don't think I'll ever need a new laptop for the next 6 years. Anyway, I hope this video helped you in any way, especially if you're considering in getting a new MacBook Pro. And if you have any questions regarding the new MacBook Pro base model, which is the 14-inch, let me know in the comments. I will try to answer most of them. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please give it a thumbs up. And also consider subscribing into my channel. I would really appreciate it. And thank you for watching this video.